Roby, my friend. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game that is called Syllable Bounce. And do you remember, I don't think all of you were here, but the other day, Roby and Gage, we worked on a game where we were counting syllables. Do you remember that? For instance, the word syllable has syllable. How many?
3.
Colton. How many, Colton? 3 syllables. Now, the syllables are different than sounds in words. For instance, if we were counting the sounds in a word, eyes on me, please. I know it's hard because you were at school all day. Let's count the sounds in the word rest together. Est. 4. Those are the sounds. Est. If we were to count syllables in that word, rest. How many syllables in rest, Gage? 1 syllable in rest. So do we understand the difference between counting syllables, Kaden, and counting sounds? Do you think you get it? Do you want to practice again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about, are you tired, Colton? Let's do the word ball. Let's first count the sounds. So get your finger ready, and for every sound you hear, we're going to put up a finger. So I need everybody's hand. Ready? B, A, O. 3 sounds in ball. Now syllables are how many chunks can we break that word into? Have you ever done syllables where you put your finger under your chin, ball, and the number of times your chin hits your hand, that's how many syllables? So let's put our hand here and let's count the syllables in ball. Gage, ready? Where's your hand supposed to be, Roby? Ball.
Ball.
How many, Colton?
1.
1. Does everybody agree with Colton? Shake your head yes if you agree. Excellent. Here's our game, my friends. For this, you're going to need to stand up behind your chair. Actually, you can just stand in a straight row behind the chairs. Let's put our feet on this line right here. Would you like to take your coat off?
Master Kaden.
Kaden, do you want your coat off? So I want you facing this whiteboard with your toes right here on this line. You each get a square. Roby, toes on this line. This is your square. Kaden, this is your square. Gage and Colton, good job. Way to follow directions. Here comes the tricky part. I saw that, Gage. Will you scooch over a half a foot? There you go. So you're not crowded. Because I'm going to give you boys a tennis ball.
Oh, I know those.
Now there are rules with these balls. I do not want you going bam, and I don't want the ball hitting the suspended ceiling or knocking out a light. Do you think that would make Mrs. Maggard happy?
No. I saw you bouncing them again.
Did you? Were you in there playing volleyball? So when I want to see that you have control of your bodies. So I want to see a bounce like this. When you're done, if you do a good job, maybe Max will show you how he can juggle 4 balls at once. They're working on that in 10th grade PE, juggling 4 balls at once. So I want you to use your right or left hand, whichever one you're better with, and you're going to bounce a ball. Now what we're going to do together is I'm going to say a word, for instance. Yes, Colton.
Can I explain it?
You know how to play this game?
I know what you're talking about. You say a word and then we bounce it how many times?
You heard me. Gage is leaving? Oh,
You want to substitute?
no, it's okay. We'll try to play this another time. Darn it.
Well, quickly do it real quick.
Well, we're not. It's okay, buddy.
I'm leaving for basketball.
Okay, is that your water cup? Don't forget. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to give you a ball. I want you to keep it in your hands until you are instructed otherwise. Do you understand?
What if we accidentally
Keep it.
drop it?
Well, accidents happen. I think that was purposeful, though.
No.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say a word like dog. For every syllable we hear, we're going to bounce it. Dog.
Okay.
Let's try dog. I'll say it first. You listen. Then I will say it. We will say it together and bounce it for every syllable. Dog. Here we go together. Dog. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. We're going to have a whole list. Now, they're going to get a lot trickier than dog. Some of these are our vocabulary words for the day. So you have to have eyes on me, listening. moving bodies. Listen with your eyes, listen with your hands, listen with your feet. The next word is bruises. We're gonna say it together and bounce together. Here we go. Bruises. Do you see how slow I said it? So let's do that again. We're gonna say it a little bit slower than we normally would so we can count the syllables. Listen, bruises. Bounce for the syllables. Bruises. How many times did you bounce the ball, Roby?
2.
How many times? How many times, Kaden? 2. Good job. You all got that one right. Next word. Listen carefully. Concentrate. Here we go. Concentrate. How many times, Kaden? 3. How many times, Colton? Do you agree, Roby? Excellent. Next word. Energy. Here we go. Energy. How many times, Roby?
3.
Do you agree, Colton and Kaden?
3.
Excellent. And I saw that you all bounced the ball 3 times. Let's try another word. Sound. Here we go. Sound. How many times, Kaden? 1. How many times did you bounce it, Colton? 1. Roby? Excellent. I saw 1 bounce from each of you. Next word. Try your other hand. Practice with your other hand.
Do we do both?
My left hand is, you can do both. My left hand is my weaker hand. I'm a right-handed person, but it's always good to practice with the other hand. It's good to be coordinated with both. Next word, over. Here we go. Over. I'm trying to speed it up a little. Am I going too quickly?
No.
2. Excellent. Did you all get 2? That is correct. Way to go. Okay, let's see our next word. Exercise. Exercise. How many did you bounce, Colton?
3.
3. Caden 3. Roby 3. I think you guys are getting the hang of this. So why is it important for us to understand how many syllables are in a word? What do you think, Roby?
So we don't like get them wrong and like fail our tests and like all that.
Yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on that, Caden or Colton? Why we would practice syllables? Well, one of the reasons is it helps us break apart words. So it might help us to spell words a little more correctly. So if you were trying to spell the word exercise, in fact, I have all the words written up here if you hadn't noticed, exercise, and you weren't sure what that word was, you might be able to break it in chunks to help pronounce it. So instead of looking at that one giant word and getting all confused and overwhelmed by all those letters, you can break it in chunks. Exercise. Exercise. So it helps us decode words, okay? And another thing that syllables help us with is we just begin to read more fluently if we're better at understanding, syllables and that sort of thing. So let's keep going. Our next word, put that ball away, routine. Are you ready, Kaden? Okay, here we go. Wait, I'm gonna say it one more time. Routine, here we go. Routine. How many times did you bounce that ball? Put up your fingers. Excellent. I like that system. When you're done, put up your fingers and show me how many times you bounced it. We're never going to have 6 syllables, so you should be able to show me on one hand. Next word, home. Ready? Home. Put up your fingers. Excellent. Next word, different. Ready? Different. That's a tricky one. Right. That's exactly right. But you know what's tricky about the word different? Sometimes when we say it, we can say it lazy. Listen to me. Different. That sounds like different too. But if we say it correctly, it's different. 3, just like the basket. So you all got that correct. Next word. Another. Ready? Another. Use your fingers. Good. Timekeeper, how long have we been doing this?
Almost 10 minutes.
Almost 10. Okay, we'll keep going for a little bit. I think I had us doing this for 15. We're about halfway through the words. Ready? Are you trying your weaker hand? Are you right-handed or left-handed, Colton? You're right-handed? How about you, Kaden? You're all righties? Wait, you're lefty.
No.
yourself a little bit. Here we go, listen. America, ready?
America.
Hold up your fingers, let me see. You guys are great at
I'm
this.
both left-handed
That was
and
four.
right-handed. I'm both.
Sometimes I dribble better with my left hand, but I write with my. Anybody else throw a ball better with their other hand?
I'm
Maybe
good
you-
with both of them.
That's good. Okay, ready? Next word, picture. Here we go.
Picture.
Fingers.
Ah. And then two.
Did you get 3 or 2?
I got two.
Okay, it's 2. Picture.
I meant two.
Okay, here's another one that might trick some of you. Yes, ready? Moist. Here we go. Moist. Excellent. I thought that might trick you because there's 2 vowels and they're moist. But you guys got it.
I thought
Moist.
moist.
Good
So I
job.
always pronounced it, but like you just said it one time, moist.
Moist. Moist. Moist. Good job.
Moist.
Sentence. Ready? Sentence. See fingers. Excellent.
Are we both getting all of them done?
You're all getting everything correct. I just can't stump you. You just figure out everything. Next word. After. After.
Two.
Hey, you guys
After
are
two.
good. You guys are good. Next word. Following. Here we go. Following.
Kind of like Halloween.
3. Not only are you great at deciphering the syllables, you're also very coordinated. I really thought these little tennis balls would be rolling all over the floor. But you guys are doing an excellent job keeping your bodies under control.
I'm 7.
Thank you.
I'm 19.
Next word, off. Here we go.
Off.
One.
Why did you think that would be rolling all over the
I
floor?
don't know. I just didn't know how easy it would be for you all to bounce these tennis balls. Next word, answer. Here we go.
Answer.
Good. 2. Excellent. I like the way you thought that through before you put your fingers up in the air, Colton. That was good. Here we go. Should. Should.
1.
Awesome.
Yep. 1.
And our final word of the day.
Awesome.
We could do an extra word. Here's our word. Also. Here we go. Also.
2.
Dose. 2. Good job.
Okay,
Okay, since you all were so awesome at that, let's do awesome. Here we go. Let's wait for your brother. Awesome.
2.
2. Good job, my friends.
Excellent.
Excellent work. I'm very proud of you. As you can see, and this is a good visual for you. Do you see how the word off has 1 syllable? Off. So that word is in 1 chunk, but look under it. Answer. Answer. 2 chunks. Okay.
Equals the answer.
Good job. I will take those balls from you and you may have a seat. And I will tell you what we are going to do next. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Next, we're going to have what I'm going to call center time. And we might do this from time to time. So I'm going to walk around the room and show you your choices. Okay? Do you remember when I showed you this Roar for Reading board?
Yes.
Colton, could you look over here, bud? So this has a lot of games on it. You have many options. You've got Read My Mind, Star Power, Syllable Sort, a bunch of those. If you choose to play one of these games and you need help reading the directions, just ask me. Because it was a couple, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I told you
2
about these
weeks.
games.
I mean last week.
So I'm sure you may have questions, and that's fine, okay? So this is one of your options. You can play a game independently, or you can play a game with a partner. There might even be a game that all 3 of you can play, I'm not sure. And then over here, another option you have any of you played ABC Yeah games before?
I have.
Okay. So another option we have is ABC Yeah, but I have a certain game I want you to play, and I will help you find it, and it's called Out of Sight Words. So you may choose a computer, but you must play out of sight words on ABC Yeah, and it's already pulled up for you. And if I were to see you playing something else, then you would lose your privilege of computer time.
What if
Okay?
we forgot what one is and we accidentally like press the other ones in but what if that happened?
If that happened, just raise your hand and I can help you find the proper game. Okay, Roby?
But what if we play it?
You know, if it's an accident and you didn't mean to do it, I'll come check. And if I see that you're not playing the game that I wanted you to play, I'll help you find the correct game. Okay? Other options for you. Have any of you played concentration before? Where you pick up a card and you try to find the match? Boys, Colton, Caden, have you played that before? So we have sight word concentration. There's 2 sets. You can come over here on the carpet if you feel like sitting on the floor. And this card is boy. So I'm going to remember that card is boy, and I'm going to try to find that word is set. That is not a match. So you're playing concentration with words, okay? And then a couple of you played this before. This is checkers. Checkers with high frequency words. So those are your options. So right now you can pick a station. This you can play independently. That you can do independently. Checkers, you need a buddy. There are several games over there you can do independently. Yes, Colton? You can. Somebody might want to go play. Okay, you guys have until 4:25 for free time. If you have questions, let me know. Now you can also play those. If you all 3 want to play, that's fine. You can do it together. You can play with a partner. So for instance, let's see, Caden and Roby, if you want to play together, you would take turns. And if you get a match, you set your match beside you, and then you would see who has more matches at the end. You got one. So look, Roby. Caden just got a match, so he's going to set that match over to this side. What is that word?
Off.
Good. Maybe you should ask each other, what's that word? Okay.
What is that word, Caden? Off.
And if I would say, this could be a good rule. If they don't get the word right, they have to put the match back. Would that be good?
Yeah.
So after you go, if you don't get a match, it's Roby's turn. And you should pay attention to what the other person turns over. How many minutes are we at, Max?
Almost 18.
Go.
What word did you find, Colton?
Play.
Play. Good.
I think I know what that other boy is.
You do. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in your mind. We're going to do something with these words after you play concentration. I'm glad you all chose this game.
Go. We already know that now.
Can you come over and get a good glimpse of them?
Oh.
You got to use your memory, Roby.
Wait, can we choose one more?
What is that? Oh, do those match?
Dang it!
Darn it.
Oh, that was a close.
Close, so they had the same first letter, didn't they?
I got them up. Yeah, near. Be careful.
After they play concentration, I was going to have them go back to the table and using these words from concentration, which are all one-syllable words, we're going to go around and ask if it's a short vowel or a long vowel or an exception word. There are a couple exception words, but we'll go ahead and cut the video here because we'll just be playing concentration for the next couple minutes.